11 months after the Cleveland Indians lost the 1954 World Series, a 21-year-old outfielder named Rocky Colavito from the Bronx, New York, made his Major League debut with the Indians. His personality and charisma instantly made him a fan favorite in Cleveland. For the next 5 seasons, Colavito became one of baseball's best power hitters. He had 41 and 42 home runs in the 1958 and 59 seasons, while driving in more than 110 runs in those seasons.
He was as dominant a power hitter in his era as anybody.
On June 10, 1959, Rocky had a game he'd never forget. He had 4 home runs in a single game in Baltimore, becoming at the time only the 8th player to do that. But what happened 10 months later turned out to be a dark day in Cleveland sports history. On the final day of spring training in 1960, Indians general manager Frank Lane shocked the baseball world by trading Colavito to the Detroit Tigers for Harvey Keene. That move left Indians fans stunned, heartbroken, and angry. The fans weren't the only ones angry. Rocky was livid and hurt. Colavito was a guest on my Sabol Brothers on the Baseline podcast with my brother Scott earlier this year.
Did you hold that against Frank, or did you just realize it was...
The rest of my career, the rest of my life, I still hold it against him. In my opinion, he was a degenerate. And he just wasn't a nice man.
Anytime someone would bring up Frank Lane's name, you could see it. The veins would pop.
Rocky would eventually be traded back to Cleveland in 1965, where he played 2.5 more seasons with the Tribe, ultimately retiring at the age of 34 in 1968. In total, Rocky Colavito's playing career lasted 14 seasons with 6 different teams. He batted a career .266, slugged 190 of his 374 career home runs with the Indians. He was a 9-time All-Star.
His adoration for Cleveland fans is what I think separates him from most every player that we've ever had in our franchise history.
For his 88th birthday back in 2021, the former Indians All-Star Rocky Colavito received a birthday gift he and his fans will never forget. This life-size bronze statue of himself right here in Little Italy's Tony Brush Park.
I'm overwhelmed that they would put a statue of me.
The Rock may be gone, but what he did for fans in Northeast Ohio will never be forgotten.
And I'm really thankful and happy that God chose me to play in Cleveland.
John Sabol, Fox 8 Sports.